All you've ever wanted was to play college basketball. You play it cool like it doesn't bother you, but those thoughts inside your head are driving you crazy. Where are all the college coaches? I have to play great this year and maybe they'll notice. What should I do to get more recruitment? If I don't get a scholarship, I can't afford college, and I do not want to let my parents down. So many thoughts just like these torture the minds of high school players around the country every hour. You want to play after high school so bad, but no one seems to be noticing, and the clock is ticking down on your high school career. You have tried everything to get seen: AAU tournaments, one-day showcases, elite camps. You made a video package of yourself in action. You made a player profile and emailed it to hundreds of college coaches all over the country. You may have even personalized it by using their names and saying something nice about the program or city, but what do you have to show for it? You may be asking yourself, what should you do next? Players, you have to understand that ability doesn't always equal opportunity. There's just some things that are out of your control, and trust me, there are so many players out there. You may be afraid that if you don't get a scholarship, you'll miss out on the college basketball experience. Well, your fear of the future and your stress levels are taking a big piece of you away from your team. How can you be totally bought into what's good for your team when you're so consumed with what you think is good for you? Your mindset is individualizing a team sport. When you're obsessed with your own recruiting process and the possible college scholarship, you're gonna miss out on one of the great experiences the Young Life has to offer: being a part of something bigger than just you, your team. Stop focusing on the result and focus on the process. So many players' ultimate goal is to get a college scholarship. They give the result, the scholarship, their utmost attention. When this is the case, the process, the daily commitment to doing what it takes to become a collegiate player plays second fiddle. We talk to people about how we can get more exposure, but how often do we talk to college players or ex-college players about the process and how we can improve? We plan our summers around tournaments and showcases and camps, often spending thousands of our parents' hard-earned money so we can get that exposure. But how many of us are actually investing in our growth, in our improvement on a daily basis? Think about the events you've gone to. Did you improve? Did you learn? Did you grow? Or did you just play and get exposure? Or worse, did you play and get exposed? Players want exposure, but you have to be aware of what kind of exposure you're getting. Are you ready for what you're about to do? Are you confident in your shooting, your handle, your IQ, and your motor because you've been in the gym putting in focused work to improve at a rate faster than your peers? Don't eat the icing before you bake the cake, because the cake won't be nearly as good when it's time to eat. Just take your focus off getting the scholarship and place it all on becoming a great college player. You only do this by getting better every day. If every player changed their focus, we wouldn't have over 40% of Division I signees transferring in their first 2 years of college. Make a rule for yourself about events and exposure. If it gets me better, I'm all in. If it doesn't, I'm out. So what do I do? If I don't sell myself, who's gonna sell me? Let your game sell itself. And you only do that becoming the best high school basketball player that you can be. You gotta let go of the stress and the fear. Embrace the fact that you don't have control over some things. But there are a few things that you have control over. Make basketball fun again. Remember why you started playing ball in the first place. It was fun. Don't forget that. Train according to whatever aspirations that you have. But know this: if you ain't having fun, it's impossible to peak perform. Look, I was there, sitting where you are, scared to death that I would not get a chance. The more I worried about it, the worse I played. Then someone told me, if the worst thing that ever happens to you is you don't get a college basketball scholarship, I'm pretty sure everyone in the world would love to be you. That made sense to me, so I quit worrying about it and I started having fun again, and I played great. Start to get outside yourself. Don't miss out on the high school basketball experience. You may not believe me now, but no one is going to care about your trophies or your scoring average when you're in your 30s. If you were a great teammate, I'll tell you what they will care about: you. Start doing things that will separate you from the crowd. So 99% of high school basketball players won't get a D1 scholarship. What makes you think you're 1%? Everyone says they want to play D1, but how many really understand what it takes to play D1 and actually do it every day? What most players do is what all other players do, and that makes no sense to me. If 1% are special, why would I do what 99% are doing? I need to do what the 1% do. It ain't sexy. And a lot of times it's boring and repetitious. Just you in a gym, soaked in sweat, working on your game. It's the process. The process of skill mastery, the process of adding elements to your game after that skill mastery, the process of becoming a true student of the game. If your hands touch the leather of a basketball or you step in between the lines, you have one mission: to get better. That's what collegiate players do. The goal shouldn't be to get a college scholarship. The goal should be to make yourself into a collegiate player who can more than hold his own against the best. And there's only one way this happens: become one of the 1%. You don't become a 1%er by taking the path the crowd takes because that's how you think you'll get noticed. That's what sheep do, and you're not a sheep. You have to choose your own path, and your path needs to be based on what will help you grow as a player and as a person. A path solely committed to the mindset of getting better every day. A path that will take you as far as you can possibly go. And every step along this path is another step toward the best version of yourself. Let's say you graduate and you didn't get any offers. What used to be your biggest fear has just become a reality. But you understand that a lot of that was out of your control. You dropped off your stress and had an absolute blast playing ball. You conquered your fear and placed your focus on the team. You threw yourself into the moment with your team with everything you had. You had a great high school basketball experience and made lifetime friends because you were a great teammate. You committed yourself to the process, to growth, to learning. You achieved the ultimate accomplishment. You can look yourself in the mirror and honestly say, I did all I could do. I am the best player I could possibly be. And you built habits that will carry over into the rest of your life after basketball. How is this anything but a huge win? Here's the best part. If it's any consolation, you don't need a scholarship offer to be a college basketball player. You only have to be truly collegiate. If you just have to keep playing, you can walk on somewhere and earn your keep. If you chose the 1% path, you've put yourself in the best possible position to make your own opportunity and earn a scholarship during your career. It happens all the time, but only to those who get better every day. And you are in control of that.